Hi, I'm Alyssa, your free range psychic. Today is November 1st, 2020, and election day is Tuesday. Oh my God. Has everybody voted yet? I voted 3 weeks ago. As soon as I got my absentee ballot and I knew I could take it into the city hall, which I did. Oh my God, this has been so stressful for us, right? It's so crazy. Um, so I was going to do a reading on Trump, but then I changed my mind last moment, and I thought I'd rather. And I consulted my guides. I always do. I decided to do a reading on us and how we are now, and how we're going to be in the future after election day. I wanted to get some insight, and I, as usual, use the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti for the reading, and then there is a reading for us, an oracle card from Phelan, Ravynne Phelan's Messenger Oracle cards. So this is the card for us, right? Nine of Swords. Yeah, we're just terrified, worried about this election, all the kinds of things that could happen, including the violence. Everybody's just right now talking a lot about the violence that could happen with the Proud Boys. Everybody's talking about the violence that could happen with the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys, etc. And I'm sure that there's going to be various groups of people showing up with guns. But my guides, they wanted to tell me that as much as they are very threatening, etc., uh, that it's the majority of it's more for show, and not to be worried. Just go vote no matter what. This is one of those. If you want to show up at the polls, this is one of those times, like if we lived through World War II and we joined the resistance in France or something like that, to be brave and get out there and don't let anybody intimidate us. Uh, so I did take some notes, so I guess I'll read off those, what they said about the violence, because that is being, I guess, because of what was uncovered regarding the kidnapping plot of Governor Whitmer, and I think that it's a governor of Virginia. I don't know whether it was West Virginia or whatever, but I wanted to know then, kind of focus in on this whole thing. And of course, we know Trump loves his MAGA boys. In fact, I was just reading that he tweeted something about loving Texas after the Biden-Harris staff bus had almost been driven off the road, and they had to cancel their Austin stop because of Trump's supporters who uh, attempted to ambush that bus. And the irony of it to me is that as jubilant as the Trumpers are, that this stop was canceled by Biden, the Biden team. It's Austin. Austin's gonna go blue. Come on, like what a waste of their time to to think that they did something amazing by stopping Biden. Harris going to Austin, like Austin really needs them to come. It's not like it's an undecided. Austin's always been pretty blue. So I thought that was kind of ironic. So this is what my guide said about these people. They said there will be violence. Um, uh, Not so much. I don't think it's so much election day. I'm going to ask. I see it more here and there after, if they don't get the result they want, right? There'll be all kinds of threats and shows. But this is what my guide said. Uh, these groups are desperate, or is it disparate and unmoored? They're not cohesive. There's a lot of infighting and squabbling. They're not very well organized. They also said these guys are not the sharpest, tool in the shed. Not too bright. So, as much as they are dangerous, they're not they're not a cohesive, organized terrorist group. They're not all together, kind of working lockstep, and that is going to be their undoing, because they're infiltrated now by the FBI, and they're going to fall apart. They're going to target their leaders, and they're going to end them. So yeah, they're dangerous, and they probably are going to be active, but not active in the way that there's this cohesive plot that is it's going to like blow all these buildings up at the same time or something. It's not quite like that. And the majority of us, we're going to be safe. They're only going to pick certain targets, probably in the swing states. But at the same time, they're not going to stop us, and we are going to get out there. Those who haven't already voted, and so many, especially Democrats, have already voted by mail-in ballots, or drop their ballots off, whatever. And you've been listening, I hope, to the news pundits out there, but it is no longer safe to mail in your ballots, so drop them off. Just go to your city hall, drop them off, or find a safe drop-off box for your ballot and put it in there. It's the best feeling. I was so overjoyed when I managed to do it. And it took some effort because there was no parking around my city hall. I had to find somewhere to park. I had to find out where to go, but it was wonderful. And when I was doing it, in front of me was a mother and her child, and she was letting her child, her little boy, put in that ballot, and she was explaining the whole process to him, and it was great. Democracy in action, and educating the younger generations. And of course the youth have come out in droves. So that, I don't know if that helps at all to have gone over that with you, because it is frightening, but it's not quite like I don't know. It's not going to be impactful overall to stop what's coming, and so that's what the reading's going to be about. So yeah, Nine of Swords. We're worried about this kind of thing. We're worried about Trump winning again. We're worrying about Russia doing, cyber attacks, and of course they did that cyber attack of the hospitals. I'm confused about Russia because if I was doing that kind of thing for the second time, everybody knows that they interfered. I think I agree with Linda G. I've seen her say this. Come on, Hillary won, and she won the electorate. Sorry, the electoral votes too. But Russia got in there to the swing states, and they've messed the votes. A lot of votes went missing. Nobody really ever investigated how much or how many shenanigans took place to give Trump the win. And I remember being very alarmed that something like 700,000 votes went missing in Michigan, and Trump won by a very narrow margin here. So I agree with Linda. I honestly don't believe Trump won at all. It was just Russian interference, it didn't help that there wasn't as much voter turnout, and that was also interference from the social media. But I believe that, even with all our fears, and we are thinking back to 2016, there are many factors that didn't happen. They didn't manage to split the vote. There wasn't a Jill Stein. In 2016, a lot of Sanders supporters did not vote for Clinton. I believe Bernie Sanders got his base together, and they came out, and they are coming out to vote for Biden. So that's huge. That means that that's going to increase the margin of people who vote. The women of every economic strata and cultural base are coming out to vote for Biden, because Trump is just disgusting misogynist, and women will put Biden over, and the Democrats over, and they're the youth vote too. We think back to Parkland, and how David Hogg and other survivors have really, and Greta Thunberg too, the young environmentalist, how they've really galvanized the youth to come out to vote. So that's there too. So there's these factors that are occurring now that just weren't there 4 years ago. We've really come a long way if you think about it. Above us, what are we thinking about? Donald Trump, the devil, the orange one, the orange Cheeto. This is filling our fears, and he is, sucking up our oxygen like the psychic vampire he is every single day with whatever new terror and ridiculous claim and lie that he can come out with. He's consuming us here, and that's in the forefront of our minds. In the near past, the tower. So we have been living through the tower for 4 years, just constant chaos, constant disruption, constant scandals, constant revelations, constant fear, constant instability and insecurity on every single level of our consciousness, because of the orange one, the devil. You can see represented, here, and we're tired of it, right? We want to come to the end of it. What are we hoping for? Yeah, the end of it, the Wheel of Fortune. We want to come into a new phase. We no longer want to be here. Those of us who are not addicted to this, this is anybody who wants to live in this constant state of chaos is addicted to adrenaline, and that keeps their adrenaline going. But for the majority of people, we don't like to be burnt out like that. We're not addicted to adrenaline. So this is what we're hoping for. This is what we're coming out to vote for. This is what we already voted for. This change, Wheel of Fortune. So what is in the future for us, according to my guides, and I hope I'm correct? 3 of Cups. This is absolute joy. This is us dancing in the streets. This is happiness. This is a blue wave. Our cup runneth over here. The clarifying card is the Judgment card. So this is karma. This is all very karmic, what we've lived through. This is the culmination of the shadow side of our natures, our country, our history, many things that have been in the background, in the undercurrents that we need to heal, that we've never healed. This is our ghosts coming back to haunt us, the skeletons in the closet. And this is also our awakening to rise up, to become whole, to heal our history. This is our wake-up call. The outcome card, 6 of Wands. Again, this is clarifying also this card. This is our outcome card. This is victory. This is Joe Biden. To me right now, he's looking like Joe Biden, the guy riding the horse, and we are so happy. This is Kamala Harris. This is the Senate, the House, and the presidency going blue here, and we are rejoicing. So that is my reading about us. Pray that it comes true. The oracle card for us that my guides picked out is Let Go of the Old. Are you holding on to beliefs and notions that no longer serve you? Are you blocking your own growth and forward momentum because you fear to end a chapter in your life? It is time to realize that all you hold on to that no longer serves you is ready to be let go of. It's time to say goodbye to it, and that it no longer has a place or purpose in your life. It's time to have an emotional or physical spring clean. It's time to let go of the past so you can be open to what the future may bring. So it occurs to me as I'm reading this card too, is that it's going to take time to let go of trauma. And I think the old is really trauma. We've all been so traumatized continuously, so many different ways. So trauma can cause us to be stuck, to make us fearful of moving forward. It can cause a lot of insecurity in ourselves and also in the future. But it's time to let go of that and to move into the present and start manifesting the future we want. Whatever happens with the election, though my guides continually have told me all this time, Biden will win, and the blue tsunami. Oh, look at the peacock here. But there's so much healing that needs to take place, and I believe that that's what the future holds for us: is letting go of the old, healing our hearts, healing our minds, and coming into a new day, reborn, really, like the wounded healer. That we heal, and we are new. We are made new, different than we were before, because that is what healing often requires. But stronger, better, and more able to manifest what we need to manifest in the world. Saying that, again, remind everybody I am available for readings, and I read anything in the past life and anything in the present. I am a medium, and I can help you contact those who've passed over. And if you want to check if a loved one is still in limbo, I can ask my guides to do that, and then they can try to help them move to the light. And also, I love to introduce people to their guardian angels. Everybody take care. Whatever happens, we're going to be here on the other end of it, and we are strong, and we are our spirit, and our souls are infinite, and that will always be the case, and it always has been the case. Just remember that. I love all of you, and I will be back. I promise you. Take care, and if you haven't voted, vote. Go vote. Don't mail it. Drop it off, or show up on the at your polls on the day of the election, which is Tuesday, November the 3rd. You guys take care. Bye-bye.